Next up, Mr. Mel Chin, conceptual artist, co-creator of Operation Paydirt and the $100 Bill Project.
Thank you, and sitting over here is Brenda Wiles, co-producer, Operation Paydirt, $100 Bill Project. I'm figure 5. I don't know which one it is, but I think it was creativity, right? And I'm going to tell you, as a lifelong artist, it's scary. So if I tell you to be creative, I would just be like, I don't think I want to go there, right? Am I right or am I right?
You're right.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something. This project is about not being alone in this. You have me with you, and you could have your whole community with you. And so the way art has progressed, it's no longer trying to be the greatest artist or whatever and being at that museum. The way art has progressed as it has moved into these possibilities where you're part of something. And what this project is, the possibility of creating a forum where you're not alone with your creativity of your single $100 bill, but millions of $100 bills, or thousands or hundreds from your own community, just to let you know what it's about. Where's that clicker? That little clicker thing?
I'm working on it, Mel. I'm just trying to get the pictures up and then,
Oh, I see.
then the clicker's over here.
Oh, don't worry about it. Forget about it. Because, all right, how many people know about this project? No. Is it working?
Still a hand.
Wow. Dang. Okay, I haven't done anything. You push this, right?
Just don't do that, that's the laser.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a interval.
Show me.
They're not up yet.
Nothing's up yet,
It's not ready.
but just don't.
All right.
Don't click that.
I was just going. All right, it's 10 years since Katrina, right? And I came here to help as an artist, and I looked and I looked and I looked, and it was so awful. And not just the physical structures, it was the people we're interviewing in terms of the impact of the storm and their psychology and their hearts and their families. And how can an artist do something? It was almost like the immensity of the problem required absolutely something equally immense to respond. And that's how artists are thinking now. And that's why I came down back in 2006. I did meet someone in the room who's been mentioned, Dr. Milky, because I was searching and searching for what to do. And he showed me a map of the city of New Orleans, and it showed blood soil levels. And I asked him what it meant, and he said, what it means is 30 to 50% of the inner city childhood population were blood poisoned before the storm. And that was very impactful to me, because finally it turned around from not being about the housing that was destroyed, the ninth ward, it became about individuals that were still surviving who had to escape the storm that left poison before they even had a chance to start. And you know, when we talk about creativity, everybody talks about, I was inspired by that sunset or that, you know, whatever, you know. And I said that sometimes art, as we make it today, you're not inspired, you are compelled to act. And this is what compelled this project called the $100 Bill Project. I said, well, how much, Howard? How much exists to address this? And that was the days of imagining an amazing recovery budget, right? And as far as I remember, he said, nothing. Nothing. And I could not believe that. And this is what compelled the project within 30 seconds. Then we'll have to make it. We'll have to make it. I didn't say it'd have to be real money or anything. We'll have to make the equivalent of what it would take to transform the conditions. And who will make it is the population most endangered by this, the young. We have to apply the value of creativity of others and set up a forum for that to allow people who are impacted by something so unjust to have an opportunity. And that's what we have started to do with this project. Operation Paydirt basically was a drawing project to begin with. And this drawing project is you draw your own $100 bill. There is no age discrimination, except maybe 125 years old, because we don't want to be accused of not allowing old people to participate. All right? But it can start as early as a child understands why they're drawing it. So our project was about education. First, you educate a child who's able to understand yes, no, and I will donate a drawing, what the problem is. And that has been our goal, to make sure that the value was already in that drawing when they drew their version of their $100 bill. And it's not copying the Benjamins. It's actually expressing what you think is valuable. And on the back side is a drawing of your home, whatever you imagine it to be. That's the premise of the funded idea. And we have collected a few. Oh, here we go. All right. I can do this for you. So we talked. This one. So this, before the storm, right? All right, in the 8th Ward. It was because the lead levels in the backyard were about 7,000 parts per million, in the front were about 3,000, and 3 kids who came out of this house permanently damaged, according to their father. And the most sorrowful look that he could say. And I said, this has to be the place for the safe house. So we converted this house into a safe door. And hey, this is a funny story, give me some time. So we decided to have the kids look at it while I was working on it. And I had them out there. I said, what does it look like? They said, it looks like a bank. And I said, well, like a big vault. I said, really? They said, okay, so let me be safe now. We're working on this. We're working on an art project. We're going to open this door. And we opened that door, and they rushed it. They all jumped in and were screaming to the top of their lungs, where's the money? You know? I said, thank you for asking. It will be your money. And the first drawings of our project occurred within this house. So we had a party for the people, not for the art people. It was for the people of St. Roch, the 8th Ward. We had 400 people doing, I learned about sissy bounce and twerking and all kinds of good stuff.
Oh, Lord.
And I actually worked in the project. See, I actually do things. I make things too. It's not scary. You could do this. I don't advise doing it at your own house, but you can do it. All right? And we had a real opening, or another opening, of the art community, where we had inside the vault the Director of Health, City of right? And we had Dr. Milky, we had scientists, and we were in there introducing this project. And so there's the project. So you have these drawings, and even Uma Thurman, right? She drew one. And she's tall. We made her taller. I said, put it up real high. Actresses like direction. So I said, step on this stool and stick it up there. And she said, yes. Yeah, so, but her drawing's no more valuable than this young woman, right? So her drawing has a equivalent value. As this woman, Rosina Woolfolk Ward, 92 years old, straight out of St. Louis, and she wanted to do 2. But we said you must do just 1. It's like a vote and your voice. We're talking about amplifying the voice, right? So it's the voices of your community to do this project that's accumulated. Oh, by the way, what do people seem to be talking about? Money. So that's why it takes this form of cash, all right? So we had an armored truck. We were in Utah. We were in pre-profiling Arizona, right? Yeah. We were in Mississippi with all these white girls, and orderly with the Chicago girls there in San Marcos. And we've been around, we went around, and we collected, and the idea is to have a mess of them to represent. It's not to force Congress for even exchange. It should be more than even exchange. Because it represents the voices of your community that are impacted. Our job is no longer being the art guy that draws this or art woman, right? We're here to deliver voices. We are representing the voices of people who wanted a child, who wanted hope, or Ms. Ward, who wanted hope for her city. And so there's been an exhibition, and we have developed a palette. It looks good. It looks sharp. We're going to give it away. We're going to give it away. Because it's going to go, we hope it might go to the Smithsonian. We don't know. We're negotiating. Because it does not belong to me. It's not my project. Once those kids started here in New Orleans, it's their project. I work for them. I work for you if you draw a fundraiser. Just think. You can go walk away and say, that artist is working for me. He is my, well, I don't use that term. But, So you can learn. We have Operation Paydirt. Check it out, operationpaydirt.org. We are organisms, we're not comms, you know. And there's the $100 bill project, you can see. And, you know, another thing is like you see these news reports, and y'all know this too well. It's Chicago, so you look at the maps, and we look at maps like Howard's map about blood lead levels in Chicago, and there's something terribly wrong. So we're talking about this transformation because not only are we working, we're not solo, we're working with MIT and the School of Urban Planning. We're working now with this National Center peeps, right? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we'll both work with Tommy. Not Tommy, I'm only getting formal. Thomas. Okay, and then there's Freddie Gray. And the whole injustices that occur, as y'all know, and the systemic racism that exists. We can go into the politics, but there's also, this is who we work for. Every child like this. So basically, there's more, but I want to just say, let's tell you what was happening. So basically, we've been working, so there's a creative process going with almost now over 450,000 bills that have been drawn. We have traveled 20,000 miles in that truck to pick up the original 350,000. We are committed to every one of them, but it's not enough. It could be sustained. Right now, we're doing something else. We're working on an app that, even after you deliver, we feel there should be a sustained kind of relationship. We're talking about how a drawing done by someone in your community or your child passes through that congressman's office, congresswoman's office, before it ends at the Smithsonian or Federal Reserve or wherever we're going to exhibit the piece. We're talking about delivering this whole idea with a major Creative Times, major art organization in New York. So we're thinking about a lot of things. We're going to try it. Y'all know the hip hop people. Y'all know, Lil Wayne. I need to talk to him, because we even have a neurotoxic element, hip hop rap. That's all kind of campaigns to get the fame. How will go on to stop the pain? We feel for brothers, sisters incarcerated deep for the things they did to take the heat. We talk about money, bring it home, honey, but there's a beast out there that ain't so funny. Invisible beast, came of pollution, byproduct, industrial revolution. You know how it's going to go down. It is another thing, but it will not be me. I'm pitiful. I'm pitiful. It will be the voices of children, because that is the most powerful voices to inform their parents. We feel they have a right to express what is harming them, just as Tom has eloquently presented. I mean, we also have to be the creative hammer to strike back. But we can't do it without a voice that's evident. We believe in the physical embodiment of creativity through the funders. That is what we're trying to launch. And we continue to launch. It has not stopped since we opened that safe house door in 2008. It has not stopped. And we will not stop till we deliver not only this city, but every city in the country's voices. That's what we're about, if you want to know. And where is it going to go? So what is this $45 million right now we have? Who's it going to go to? Well, it will not come to us. It will come. It should be there to support what you do. Because you're in the street, you are taking the heat, and you are transforming your communities. That's who it has to go to. That's what it is. So we're doing a lot of things, and Amanda, you want us to add to some things, whatever, that we can share?
I'll just add.
Just add. Here, there you go. Thank you.
I know we're pretty much at time, so I'll just say one thing. I'll be at the reception later today. We have this new toolkit too, and this is hot off the presses, and we'd love for you to consider using Paydirt in your outreach and education. And kind of capping on all the things that everybody said, this is really a means for you to introduce this into your communities.
And we do have on our National Safe and Healthy Housing Coalition website our 5 things, and this is number 5, and as soon as all the app gets in place, it will be rolled out, but you can also just go directly to funders.org.
The woman on the end is Amanda Wild. She's the co-producer, Operation Paydirt, and the $100 Bill Project. She works very closely with Mel Chin.
Could we have that tech glitch, Steve? Can we have 5 or 10 10 minutes for Q&A?
We still have time.
Great.
We're going to open it up for questions.